What's up, guys? Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 2, talking the first two episodes of the premiere. Been a minute since The Bad Batch was back. Season 1 ended, you know, end of the summer 2021. We thought it'd be back in 2022. There was a fall date, they delayed that. Now it's kicking off for a 16 episode second season in 2023 on Disney Plus. I like season one quite a bit, so I was certainly looking forward to season two. And I think this two episode premiere didn't do anything to change those feelings. I think if you like The Bad Batch, you're probably still on board for season two. And I don't think, there's any reason not to feel that way. On the other hand, if you're someone who isn't as invested in the Star Wars animation journey that many of us have been on for over 10 years at this point, yeah, it might not do as much for you. But to me, The Bad Batch is really just an extension of Star Wars Clone Wars, you know? And getting that lore filled in week to week over arcs across a season, just really fulfilling and fun because, again, as someone who's been invested in Star Wars animation for some time, that's just a rewarding thing. And Bad Batch Season 2, I think it's probably not going to be a groundbreaking series the way like Star Wars Rebels is thought of. And this is the year we're getting the Rebels story continued in live action on Ahsoka on Disney Plus, right? We just had Andor rapturously received. Mandalorian's coming back March 1st. Even something super uh, anticipated like Obi-Wan Kenobi just happened. Bad Batch, it's not as a blockbuster as that other stuff, but I think it's just kind of consistent, and maybe that's familiar as well. Doesn't reach the highs of the other things, but I think it's just kind of a comfort food vibe on the Star Wars storytelling side of things, and that's why I've enjoyed it through season one, and I'm expecting to continue to like it through season two. Season two premiere doesn't do a whole lot to change our characters, and I think if anything there was to criticize about season one is that the Bad Batch characters themselves are not men that go on like rich journeys. The characterization is pretty thin, and it's a animated children's show, so the writing is nothing spectacular either, right? I think the most untapped potential left on the Bad Batch would have to be Omega still, who on one hand can be an annoying adolescent character, but on the other hand, at least her journey, her arc, and how the Bad Batch play off her leaves some storytelling promise. So there's that, I guess. But yeah, the Bad Batch guys themselves, uh, they kind of are who they are at this point. I think in this season two premiere, Echo's desire to do more and being fed up with the progress the Empire is making and, tightening their grip on the galaxy, that is at least tantalizing, right? The Echo character is certainly the richest of the Bad Batch given his history on the Clone Wars. But, Hunter's still kind of the straight arrow guy, you know? So I don't think we're gonna see too much rocking of the boat on that side of things. You just have to be, I think, enjoying when other things pop up, right? Like in season one, when we got the Rex introduced to us in the middle of the season on Brock, that was an amazing moment, right? Next thing you know, Cad Bane shows up. Really fun stuff. This season, it was cool in these first two episodes to go to Sereno, go to Dooku's home planet and kind of see that aftermath, right, of what happened there after the Empire took over. And I think the best or most tantalizing lore stuff that the Bad Batch is continuing to give us probably had to be about the fate of the clones, right? Obviously, the season one finale we had orbital bombardment of Camino to Poca City, sunk into the ocean, right? Big moment. It does seem like we're going to continue to see more of the Empire's transition away from clones. The reasonings behind that's kind of suggested in the trailer for season two regarding clones starting to question their Order 66 and authority and things like that. Exciting that we'll see Commander Cody pop up on Bad Batch season two, as suggested in the trailer. Perhaps him and Rex would come face to face once again. That would be exciting. But these are all things that are not actually the Bad Batch characters. So it's almost like the Bad Batch themselves are just kind of a group that transports us through the series so we can meet people or go to places that we're actually more interested and invested in due to our previous experience with them than we happen to be invested in the Bad Batch people themselves. Is that a big issue? No, I don't think so. Because, like I said, this is a show that's really for people already in the bag with Star Wars animation. But does it prevent the Bad Batch from being anything more than what it currently is? I think it does, and to me, that's okay. You know, it's not a big investment with the short episodes, even with a 16 episode season, and the little moments that pop up, and the cameos and the I just find it really fun and enjoyable. I'm really excited to see Gunji show up as suggested in the trailer. He's alive unexpectedly, very cool. Again, a nod from the Clone Wars. That's like really exciting. And if you don't recognize that reference, that doesn't mean a lot to you. So yeah, I think ultimately this is a show for people in the Star Wars animation bag. So let me know what you thought of this premiere. Did it drastically change your opinion of the Bad Batch? Did it make you more excited, or are you just happy it's back and happy to sit with it week to week like me? Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. And for more Star Wars, more TV, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.